bet if you go to that person after class, which I don't recommend doing this, and say, you realize you said 50 times today? I bet they would say, wow, you get an F. But then I bet they would also they'd be shocked, right? They have no idea. And so when you speak in this class, you'll probably do that a little bit. That's okay. It's natural to do that. Until somebody says to you, here's what you say on a regular basis, you'll never know, right? If you don't know, you cannot make those. When I was in high school, this is a great one. When I was in high school, I had a history, kind of history geography type teacher. And he was a great big mountain of a guy who was one of the football lineman coaches for the high school or middle school team, I don't remember. He was about 6'4", probably 280, 300 pounds, maybe, big guy. And so sometimes, well, I'll stay with it. He would pull down a projector like this, and he would show us maps and things, and he would put his arm up like this to show us, and first of all, he had a big sweat stain right here. Now, there's nothing wrong with a sweat stain, and there's nothing wrong if you feel like I'm going to sweat, I'm going to perspire out of nerves or mind. That's okay. But what should you do about that logistically?
Put a lot of deodorant on.
Okay? Yeah, paste it on, right? Get the paintbrush out. But what else? What else can you do?
Wear a jacket.
Can you wear a jacket? What else could you wear?
Don't wear colors.
Yeah, good. Don't wear colors where that's real visible. There are colors where it is. Okay, what colors would I wear that you could really see?
White.
Okay, sometimes you can get away with white though. Okay, red, like a gray. Okay, kind of lighter colors. Okay. What are some safe colors? Black safe. I think sometimes. But I think you can make some adjustments ahead of time so that when you throw your arm up there and you know you're sweating, you just don't have to worry about it, right? Okay, but here's what he would do. This is his filler in the empty space here. Always look for words in his mind. Here's what he would do. He would say, as you can see here, and it would go on and on and on. That's not an exaggeration. My geography is horrible. But what do I remember? That distracting. Oh yeah, he did it so much. It would just last long. Pauses can be very effective, but utilize them. Utilize these pauses in a story. Okay, let's move on. Vocal variety. All this really gets at what is called vocal variety, changing things up where it's more entertaining, more appealing, more captivating to your audience, instead of just a monotone, one-pace story. Okay, let's look in your textbook. We're going to look at pronunciation and articulation. So I'm going to give you the definition of pronunciation. This gets kind of confusing, but what is pronunciation?
The accepted standard of the sounds and rhythms for words given in language.
Okay, good. You all get that? Okay. Okay, so pronunciation. That differs from articulation. Flip over.
The physical production of particular speech sounds.
Okay, good. So pronunciation is more like saying a word, making sure that we say a word correctly, and that we have emphasis in the right place. Have any of you ever had a Spanish class? Yeah? Have you then taken that knowledge and gone to the Spanish-speaking area? But if you think I've had a class, and you go, and you say, hey, gracias, como está? What are they going to do?
Look at you like.
They're going to give you this look. They're probably going to giggle, right? They're going to be gracious about it. They know what you mean. They're going to kind of laugh. You have to be good about that and be like, okay, I messed it up. How can I be better at this? However, you're saying the right word, correct? You're saying it, but your pronunciation is incorrect. Okay, well, let's look at some examples here of this is something that if you work hard, I am a believer that if you work hard at this, and I think we should work hard, no matter what some people say. It may make you feel a little uncomfortable in some situations.
Like you don't fit into.
Yeah. And there is this idea of what's called cognitive complexity, being able to communicate differently with different people. So maybe with your mother-in-law or with your... The best thing to do is to move away from it and to really try to just focus on doing that. However, think about communication in the bigger picture. If you want to relate with somebody, you almost have to sometimes speak in the way they speak. So with your family, if you feel like they are beginning to kind of separate themselves from you because of that, is that worth it? Well, that's the idea of cognitive complexity. You think about your friends, you think about your parents, you think about your family, and you think about your employer. Probably when you speak to different people, you kind of become a different person. Like, we talked the other day about the kind of the ethics and some of this stuff, and we'll continue to talk here in a few minutes. But before I forget, I want to tell you that you can make some changes here. Is there a perception that goes with giving one a kind of drawing things out, sounding like you're from the Southeast? Is there a perception that goes with that? If you are from the Northeast and you hear someone from the Southeast speaking, what are some thoughts that go through the mind of the listener? They're dumb. Good. And that's a big one. I'm saying this is true. This is just perception, right? Dumb, ignorant, all these negative intelligent words, right? Is it true? Think of back in the 70s, Jimmy Carter was running for president. Where is he from? Southeast trivia from Georgia. He's from Georgia, but he was your president still. Okay, he's Georgia, and so he has this Southeastern dialect, right? Well, with this dialect comes perception. He had a hard time, he was still elected president, but he had a hard time overcoming this image of this ignorant redneck from the South.
Yeah. That's what my mom said, like, we need rednecks and hillbillies talk like that. I want to hear like, okay.
You realize he holds like he has a PhD in like astrophysics or something. That's pretty well a genius. I don't agree with him on a lot of things, but he's still like considered a genius probably. Isn't that interesting? Probably more intelligent than most other people who thought, oh, that dumb redneck. It's interesting. It's a matter of perception. So my question to you is it ethical for you? Let's say you were asked to go speak in New York City about something. So you become an expert in, I don't know, what do you want to be an expert in? Cars. She's not even here. Tiffany said the other day. Car maintenance. You want to become an expert in car maintenance. And you're asked to go speak in New York City. Should you change, work hard to not do the Southern thing while you're there? Do y'all agree?
Because they have a totally different
They do. They do. And some people have such a strong, in church with a couple guys, have such a strong Southern accent that they're hard to understand sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Words sound really
They
different.
sound so jumbled and like mumbled together.
It does. It does. Yeah, kind of slurs together. What's that?
So what you supposed to understand is the first sentence.
And the last
word.
Yeah, this past weekend, I was telling my wife and some friends yesterday evening that I almost got myself in trouble with that. We were with a 90-year-old guy on Saturday who was very healthy, very alive, and 90 years old. And I was riding in the car, I was driving, and he was sitting next to me, and he was talking, and it was hard to hear him a little bit. And he has this Southern dialect. And his wife had died. They'd been married 64 years. She died last October. I didn't know that. And we're in conversation about things, and then randomly he says to me, "My wife died in October." And you ever listen to somebody say something, you don't really know what they said, but you just do that kind of courtesy laugh, and then I did that. I just kind of said, yeah, and laughed and looked back at the road. And then, I said, what does he say? I said, so I asked him to repeat it, and he said, my wife died in October. And I was like, and so I got this more sincere, sorry, look on my face. I had to apologize for laughing. I acted like it didn't happen. But it can be hard to understand sometimes. You have to kind of weigh out what is ethical for you to move away from who you are for other people. That goes beyond public speaking. However, do you all ever watch national news broadcasts? Yeah. Anything from CNN going on during the day to ESPN? Yeah. Where are those people from? We know where they broadcast, probably out of LA, Atlanta, or New York, probably. But where are they from? They're from all over. When you think of one person and think, I know where he or